Everything is working together. Everything is working together, blessing me. Everything is working together. Searching my heart so that I can receive every blessing. Hello, hello, hello. Y'all probably know where I'm going today. Yes, the scripture is coming from Romans 8:28, and it reads, "And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose." I was trying to sing Every Blessing from Brian Courtney. Did I get his name right? Let me get his name right. Yes, Brian Courtney Wilson. It's called Every Blessing. Y'all, that is my song. I put it on repeat, repeat, repeat. I'm just going to read some of the lyrics from his song. It says, "Give me the wisdom to understand how things work together for my good in your plan. Oh, for grace to believe that I will receive every blessing." Every blessing. You know, everything is working together. And you may not believe that based off of what you're seeing. You're looking at your circumstances, but everything, I can assure you, everything is working together for your good. You're like, D? No, it's not. You're like, D, I got some things going on in my life and you just wouldn't understand. It's okay. It's okay. Hold on. Everything is working together for your good. You're just in a season of disconnect right now, but you won't be there long. You're in that holding place right now, and it's okay. It's okay. You got to go through the forest. You got to. You got to go through those valleys, before you can get back on top. That's just part of the process. That's just part of the process. But the scripture says, and we know that all things work together, not some things. All things are going to be working for you. It's working for your advantage. You can't see it right now. You don't feel it right now. We all go through that discomfort feeling. It doesn't feel good. We still got to keep on trucking. We got to keep on going, even though it doesn't feel good. That's why we can't get caught up in our emotions. Our emotions will lead us down the wrong path. You know how sometimes you can have a heated discussion with your spouse or with your kids or even with a friend, and it can get a little heated and it doesn't feel good, but guess what? As you start simmering on down and not going by your feelings, not going by your emotions, things will just start going right on back into place. But then see, we let our feelings just get to jump on us. We just start acting and we start saying crazy stuff. That's why we have to learn how to control the tongue. We got to control what we let come out of this mouth. We just got to learn how to push back or just be quiet. Sometimes you don't even have to respond. Don't even respond to people. And sometimes when you don't respond, that make them get a little bit more heated because they want to get something out of you. They want to get a rise out of you. No, don't do that, because all you're going to do is have to do your test all over again. You're going to have to do the test all over again. So again, things may not be looking the way you want them to look right now, but trust God. Think back to when you've been in situations before and things wasn't looking good. Things weren't looking their best, and how God turned things around. You just have to, you've done this before. You've done it so many times. At what point are we going to learn the lesson? That's the question. At what point do you say, you know what? I done been here before. This is familiar. This is familiar territory. I've been in a situation like this before. I've been tossed and I've been thrown from side to side. The billows, the rivers, they were just moving around. The sea was just toiling, just tossing me to and fro. But then you know what? God came in and said, what? Peace be still. Peace be still. And sometimes the circumstances don't change, but just as long as there is peace, you can ride the storm out. You can ride the storm out. And as you ride the storm out, things are aligning in your favor. Things are going in for your favor. Just remember, you have the favor of God on your life. You have the favor of God on your life. How are you spending your time with God? Are you going back to your word? Are you read your word out loud? Sometimes I have to read it out loud because I need to hear it. I need to hear it for myself. Read your word out loud. Lord, you say, and we know all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. You have to read your word out loud. Read it out loud. I'm looking at something right here, Romans 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulations, distress, persecution, famine, nakedness, peril, or sword? It is written, for your sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. You have to read your word out loud. Who will separate us from the love of God? Who will be able to separate us? Nobody can separate us. We cannot allow anyone to come in and separate us from God, from our walk with Christ. We got to stay steady. We got to stay steady. We got to hold on because we know all things are working together. All things are working together. Not some things, all things. Everything is lining up. That job that you desire, it is lining up. God says in his word, he will give you the desires of your heart. Have you prayed about it? God, show me your will for my life, for my career, for my family, for my health. Show me, because you say, all things are working together for me. You got to believe it. I can't make you believe it. I'm just here to be a reminder. I'm just here to remind you. But you got to get into this. You got to get into it. And you got to repeat it over and over. Even if nothing changed. You just got to keep repeating it. You got to keep believing it. You got to get it down in here. And then one day, everything's just going to start blossoming up. It's just going to start coming up, roses coming up all over you. Overflow is just going to start happening for you because you are holding on. You are sowing your seeds. You are putting in the work. You guys are grinding. You are doing it. You guys are doing it. You're on the right path. Don't allow anyone to get you off your path. Don't let anyone get you off track. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm just here to remind you. You already know it deep down. You like, D, this thing working out for me. I know it. I can feel it. I got a feeling everything is going to be all right. I can feel it. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. So don't let anyone shake you and get you sidetracked. Hold on to the word, okay? All things are working together for your good. Until next time, continue to grow and glow. Take care.